what sugar does to your mood and mental health. Everybody loves a little sugar, but did you know that it dramatically affects your mood and mental health? Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Before we continue, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. If there's one thing that has one of the most significant effects on your mood and emotions, it is what you eat and consume in your day-to-day life. I mean, think about it. Whenever you are hungry and want food, you will always be grumpy, upset, and even in most cases angry. However, once you get the food, everything turns to normal and you feel elated and euphoric. People do not know that the food you consume can have a long-term effect on your health. In this context, we are referring to sugar. I'm sure as a kid, you would always want to have some sugar, but each time you would be told that too much sugar is bad for your health. However, when you were told this, the person who told you was possibly referring to diabetes or another blood-related sugar illness. What they don't tell you is that these same sugars you are consuming also have a significant effect on your mental health. For example, if you overeat sugar, you risk a mental disorder such as depression. The first thing we should look at is how these sugars occur. First, we are only talking about the sugars that we know are in sodas and other junk foods. Some sugars occur naturally, and these sugars are mainly found in complex carbohydrates such as fruits, vegetables, and grains. It is also present in simple, refined foods such as pasta, cakes, baked goods, bread, soda, and candy. After all, what's candy without some sugar? A study found that the typical American diet has many easy-to-digest carbohydrates and too few complex carbohydrates from healthier sources. Many people are unaware that eating too many simple sugar increases your risk of depression, mood disorders, and various chronic health issues. So, does that mean you can get moody because you ate some sugar? Well, that's not right. So how is it that sugar and depression are linked? Because I know you're as confused as I am. First, let's figure out how refined carbohydrates are linked to depression. According to some researchers in London, when you are in a middle age, a diet rich in whole foods such as fruits, vegetables, and fish can significantly lower your risk for depression. This study shows that people who eat processed foods such as sweetened desserts, fried foods, and processed meats are more likely to be diagnosed with depression compared to people who mainly depend on unprocessed whole foods. We also grew up being told that we were supposed to eat plenty of fruits, vegetables, and fish to have a healthy heart and brain and be immune to some chronic diseases. Now you have to pile your plates with plants to keep your depression away. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying become a vegan. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that sugar is more addictive than cocaine? Yeah, that also blew my mind. A study on rats discovered that the brain's sweet receptors are not adapted to constant high sugar levels. Therefore, if you have a moment of intense sweetness, the brain's reward center is stimulated and may be more pleasurable than cocaine. This is even the case with drug addicts. We are trying to say here that the high from sugar is much stronger than the high you would get from cocaine. Your self-control mechanisms are not stronger than sugar's strength. You probably think this is absurd, but it's the truth. So, how do you not get addicted to sugar? Well, the thing is, sugar is everywhere, starting from drinks and sauces to soups and sandwiches. All you need to do is find the places where sugar is hiding in your daily diet and create some strategies that will help you slowly cut back. The more you eliminate sugar, the more you adjust your palate, and the less you will need sugar to reach satisfaction. Hopefully, there will be no withdrawal symptoms. Sugar is often linked to inflammation, which is another sign of depression. A diet high in fruits and vegetables may actually reduce inflammation in your body's tissues, while a diet high in refined carbohydrates may just promote inflammation. Chronic inflammation has been linked to several health conditions, such as metabolic disorders, cancer, and asthma. However, according to a study, inflammation has also been linked to depression. Some of the most common symptoms of inflammation are also found in depression, including loss of appetite, changes in your sleeping patterns, and even heightened perceptions of pain. This is the main reason that inflammation and depression might be linked. If you feel you have chronic inflammation, you should probably get checked out by a doctor just to be sure. And while you're there, they can run some tests to see if you have any other conditions linked to inflammation. In addition to that, they can offer suggestions to help you follow an anti-inflammatory diet. One of the things that can help in battling depression is insulin. Some researchers are so sure that depression can be linked to sugar intake that they have been studied how to use insulin to treat it. In one of the studies, researchers found that people with both significant depression and insulin resistance showed improvements in their depression systems when they were given medication to treat diabetes for 12 weeks. The effect was even more vital in younger study participants. However, some doctors can begin prescribing insulin or other diabetes medications for people with depression. More research must be done to know what they are talking about. This one is for men, and it is not pleasing. It has been said that men are at greater risk of sugar's effects than women. A study says that men may more likely than women to feel the impact of sugar on their mental health. Researchers have found that men who eat 67 grams of sugar or more daily have a higher likelihood of depression after 5 years. In fact, there is a 23% probability of this happening. Men who ate 40 grams of sugar or less had a lower risk of depression. According to the American Heart Association, adults are supposed to eat at most 25 grams of added sugar for women and 36 grams for men every day. But that's just the thing. There are more than 82% of Americans exceeding that daily recommendation. That is mainly because sugar can quickly add up without you even noticing. For example, let's say you felt a little thirsty and thought of going for a can of soda. One 12-ounce can of soda has about 39 grams of sugar, which definitely exceeds the recommended daily amount of added sugar intake. The CDC has also said that men eat more calories from sugar daily than women do. You should look at your labels the next time you grab that cold can of your favorite soda and spot the hidden sugar. Just because something is savory, such as sauce, or as healthy as yogurt, does not mean that there isn't some sugar added there. There is sugar in everything nowadays, even the most beneficial foods. When it comes to reducing sugar, it does not necessarily mean that you need to reduce carbs. Some researchers once studied the quantity and quality of carbs consumed by about 70,000 women who had already completed menopause. The researchers applied a glycemic index, also known as GI. This is the GI score, to each food they analyzed. They discovered that foods with a high GI score, which also raised blood sugar levels more and are often made from simple carbs, are filled with simple sugars. The results showed that women who ate high GI foods had a higher risk of depression than people who ate low GI foods. But on the other hand, women who ate a higher percentage of lower GI foods such as vegetables and non-juiced fruit had a lower risk of depression. These results clearly show that carbohydrates in general are not the cause of depression and other mental health disorders. Instead, it is the quality of the carbohydrates that you eat that impacts your depression risk. Who would have thought that sugar, the one thing that actually makes someone active, could also be a source of depression? Is that why a large percentage of people in the world have depression? Well, that's no fun. What do you think of this? Feel free to let us know in the comments and section below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and subscribe to the channel for more exciting videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.